Hi, I'm Parker Schmela, and I just graduated from University of Wisconsin Stout with a Bachelor's of Science in Video Production and a minor in Mathematics. I spent 6 years at Stout tackling 5 different majors. I did computer science, mathematics, networking, and video production. And my entire time there, I was thinking, was it worth it? So, let's ask that. Today, we're going to talk about my time as a video production college student. Was it actually worth it? Why I did it. Originally, I did not expect to go to college, but I definitely had some really hard push from my parents. I had some expectations to go to college, and they really wanted me to have that college experience. I needed to find something I knew I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And originally, that was programming for game design, and that's why I first went to Stout. After some time, I really didn't want to do it, and learning about the game industry, I wanted to go somewhere where I knew I was going to make money. That was my big thing, was money. I wanted money. So I jumped around a couple majors. I did cybersecurity and software development, and then networking for like a day, and what else? Mathematics. I did applied mathematics and computer science, which is as bad as it sounds, but I did learn a lot. After doing all this, I just didn't feel fulfilled, which wasn't the greatest feeling ever. But during this time, I was taking a minor in photography and video, which was definitely one of my passions, considering I was making these YouTube videos like you're seeing now while I was a math major. It was a really hard decision because it was my senior year. I was only a semester or two away from graduating, and I didn't know if I wanted to change my major from applied mathematics, computer science to video production. After talking to close people I really trust their opinions on, I made my decision and switched to the Bachelor's of Science Video Production at UW Stout. In the spring of 2024, I graduated. I walked, I put my hands up, I celebrated. It was a good time. So with that being said, that is why I did it. I did it because it was a passion of mine. I didn't care about the money. I didn't care about if it was pleasing somebody else. I did it because I knew it made me happy. Of course, I was taking a big risk switching my senior year, but that's why I did it. It's because it truly made me happy. Now the question is, what did we actually do in this? And now I'm not going to sit here and just advocate for Stout. Every college is different, but I believe Stout really had a good, diverse, like what you did. And I'll explain in a second. It's a newer major. It was declared in 2019, which is funny because I came to Stout in 2018. And the classes kind of felt like it covered 2 different parts of the video world aspect, because the video world is very, very broad, but it also comes down to the same root. There's the corporate side of video production, which you do corporate photography, you do product photography and video, advertising, documentary, AR, VR, all that kind of stuff, which sound boring, but were actually super, I'm gonna say it one more time, super fun. And then you had your narrative side, which, if you've ever watched any of my YouTube videos, I'm very heavily focused on the narrative side. You got classes like your advanced video production, you got your introduction to digital narrative, which kind of deals with storyboarding. You have digital cinema studio, which your teacher says, you have a semester, make something, and I want to keep updates on it. And then you have capstone. Capstone, you kind of get to choose whatever you wanted to do. Like I saw people doing streams and stuff, or like documentaries, but I chose, and what a lot of other people chose, was to make a narrative. Like I said before, it branches out, but it all comes down to the same root, the same seed. What our major did very, very well was making it known that you are not alone. When coming into it, you're thinking, I have to do everything on my own. I have to direct, I have to be camera op, I have to get my actors, I have to do the makeup, I have to do the set design, I have to AC, I gotta write the script. You don't have to do all of that. It really helps you focus on what you like doing. You work on a lot of group projects, and a lot of times you are all kind of doing the same thing, but you also start to figure out what you actually want to do and where you want to help. And even when you're doing a solo project like in Capstone, you are still working as a group. You still grab everybody from your class saying, hey, I know you're working on your film and I'm gonna help you with that, but can you help me on mine too the week after? And when I'm talking about these projects, I'm talking about, again, infomercials, social media content, narratives, product work, documentaries, 3D visual tours, streaming elements, sketches, splash photography, and the list goes on and on. It's not just one thing, it's a whole broad spectrum of what you are actually doing. And that's why I really, really love this major. It's a polytechnic school, so it's very hands-on. You're out doing the work. You are learning visually, physically, how to do stuff. It's so much fun. I've made ads for IMAX and Behringer. We've traveled for narratives. Like, we went to Chicago and Montana. We were in the mountains in Montana, and our school does a film festival to celebrate our films and see other people in the surrounding area or just the world in general, to see what other people are making and to celebrate our own films. And not to mention, we made a video production club, a full club that allowed hundreds and hundreds of students to come together and have a comfortable space to really make something or ask for help or just to hang out, review films, watch movies. It was, I don't even know how to put it in words. It was priceless. And again, I'm not gonna go through every single video I have made or helped on, because this would end up being a 3-hour-long video. But we did a lot, and it all turned out fantastic, at least in my opinion. What I got out of it. So with all that being said, if you're going out, taking all this time, spending this money to go learn this education, you got to be getting something good out of it. What I've got out of it was an amazing education, and I learned the proper ways of doing things, such as the expectations on a professional set and how to even go about creating a large film that is bigger and bolder than what I'm used to. I got to learn things hands-on. Again, it was a polytechnic school. You could have easily watched just a bunch of YouTube videos, and that's what a lot of people do, and that's fine. That's a great way to learn. But lessons being hands-on adds a whole new value. You got access to gear, you got access to people, you got access to teachers, you got access to locations, you got access to sets. It was very nice to have this environment with it. And you get to meet people. You get to meet friends and people who you're going to consider as family, and you make connections that will last forever. Or like, for example, meeting Dayton Felt and creating the video production club was an extreme highlight of mine at Stout. And I met a lot of people through it, and I met a lot of people through classes, and those people I will never forget and truly consider as friends. And these connections can help you find jobs in the film industry. It's not just about what you know how to do and what you actually do. It's about who you know. Networking is such a big part. And I'm sure you heard about this 1,000 fucking times, but networking truly is a huge part of filmmaking. And that is what you get in college. The trips we took and the fun we had and the experiences is truly unmatched by anything else. And again, like, it's not all rainbows and butterflies. It can be very stressful. You go through so much stress trying to tackle work, trying to tackle school, trying to tackle social life. It's very hard. You do meet some irritating people. Like, you will have to work with people you don't like. Like, there are people who you will go and see and they will act like they are better than everybody. And sometimes they are. And you're just gonna have to deal with that. The lack of motivation will hit, tiredness, and the money. I get it. Money, that was hard, but you make it work. You really do make it work. However, there will always be people there to help you and push you through all of it. What I got out of it was an amazing education, priceless memories, unforgettable adventures, and people who I now consider as family. Now, with all that being said, we got to go back to the question. The question was it worth the stress, the time, the money? Yeah. Yes, it was. I will never look back and think, I wish I did something else. This was a moment in my life that I will reference forever, and it was truly a moment that made my life feel fulfilling. So if you're thinking about going into a video production school, I recommend doing it. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. You can find social links of what I'm doing and what I'm up to down in the description below. Please leave a comment, so questions, comments, concerns on anything and everything about my videos, or if you just want to talk cameras, do that. We have a Discord if you want to talk about cameras with myself or other people. Leave comments, DM me. I don't care. Let's talk. Again, thank you so much for watching, and please, 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 I beg you, keep on filming. Peace out.